In this video, I'm going to give you my secret sauce on how I shoot events, weddings, everyday life, and so forth. There are a couple settings that you have to know, change on your camera that will change the way you shoot. This is going to take under 2 minutes. Let's go. The first thing you want to do is, if you have a camera that has a PASM wheel, set it to A, which stands for aperture mode. Then you go in your menus. Around the first menus, you're going to find something called auto ISO settings or auto ISO something, depending on the model and the camera you're using. Go in that menu, you set the minimum ISO to whatever is already set. You leave it at, for example, 100, 200, depending on what the base ISO for your camera is. And the maximum ISO, you set it to the maximum possible. For example, my Leica SL2S has 100,000 as its maximum ISO. Then you say okay, and in that same menu, you're gonna find minimum shutter speed. Go in there and set it to 1/125th of a second and say okay. The reason for that is you don't want the camera to go under 1/125th of a second, so that if there is a moving subject in front of you, it is not going to have motion blur. That's it. You're done with those settings. Now set your ISO to auto. If you have a camera, for example, like a Fuji, you set it to A, which is auto. Same for the shutter speed, set it to A, and you're good to go. The only thing you have to set now is your aperture. If you're gonna do, for example, a portrait and you want blurry background and a shallow depth of field, set it to a wide aperture, such as f2, f2.8, depending on your lens. And if you're gonna shoot landscape, group photos, things like that, close down the aperture to say 5.6, f8, and so forth. That's it. That's the way I shoot my weddings. That's the way I shoot all my events. I let the camera and its light meter decide for me. Why? Because the light meters are great. Why do I tell the ISO to go up as much as it wants to? Because A, high ISO are great nowadays, and B, we have post editing that can be done in Lightroom, for example. You can do denoise with AI and it works like a charm. I hope this was useful. If you have any question, write it down in the comment section below. I'll answer gladly as soon as possible. If you like my content, don't forget or don't hesitate to subscribe. And I see you very soon in my next video. Keep smiling and take care of yourself. Cheers.